Kieran, like, you knew probably taking this on that there was a chance something like this might happen. They are mixed emotions. You had your hand in your heads at the end. I'm sure that could have meant 9 different things at the end of the game. Did they weigh heavily on you, the kind of mixed emotions in the build-up to the game?
Actually, not in the build-up to the game, because I've worked hard over the last 4 years. They're an unbelievable bunch of players to work with. Kieran, the management team he's put together, the infrastructure, how he's brought this team up, how we've got the squad we have with very little underage success until the lads had a great run with the minors this year. But when you're given that amount of time to it, you know, actually the build-up was okay. You know, I stayed to myself, I stayed out of the way. I knew the job I had to help the lads with. I was fully invested in that. The emotions were tricky afterwards, I won't lie. I just happened to scan and see Dylan Casey, who I work with in PST Sport, and you know, I'm kind of looking at him, kind of going, I've been there, I've lost all Ireland finals, I know how crushing it is. And he was my captain when we won our last county championship, so it's very hard to explain. Tommy, I can't explain it really, to be honest with you. It's a very difficult one, but you know, I'm just happy for that bunch of players who've given everything, and a lot of them, Aidan Falker, Rory Grugan, Andrew Murnan, they're 10 years slogging through Division 3 and, you know, really putting their shoulder to the wheel for this county, when didn't get too much respected a lot of times, and, you know, probably bandaged by losing them penalty shootouts, as people had pops at us here and there, and of course they're entitled to that, but those bunch of players, you know, in terms of what they've given is incredible. So overjoyed for them lads.
Kieran was asked in a press conference about, I suppose, the criticism he's got over the years and whether he considered maybe stepping away before. For you, could today have not happened? Like, was it a chance that maybe you wouldn't go for the extra year?
I wasn't sure, but typical geezer fashion, I got the phone call that he was back in, and he wanted me to get up and down the road again. I have a close connection. I stay with a family called the Fagans. You know, they put me up in an apartment above their shed. You know, I know all the kids. Phelan, who was actually born in Kerry at Kieran's wedding, is the 7 or 8 year old, and he's bawling, crying with me as I'm walking into the tunnel this evening, like looking at him. So for the people of Armagh, it's big. They've waited a long time for this. You know, Kieran did get stick, huge amount of stick, very unjustified, like incredibly unjustified. When you see, but nobody gets to see that. That's the hard part about management. Nobody gets to see the hours, what they do for players on the side, how they look after players to make their life easier so they can potentially perform better for you. Geezer's second to none with the dedication and putting his own life on hold for Armagh. So I'm for him, you know, this has been a long time coming. You know, he's 10 years there. I said to my wife the last night, I was kind of like going, whatever happens for Geezer, it'd be great to see him get into a final. He does get stick. He's an easy target. I think he's been kind of jovial with the media lately, which is great, because we were slagging him that he can be a bit cranky, but nah, he's I hope he gets, you know, but look, there's loads to do. Like, you know, it's a final. I've played in 8, I've lost 4, I've won 4. They're no good kind of getting to the final. So it's you know, whoever we get, it's going to be titanic tussle, and it's just about keeping these guys down and that they can bring it and represent their county with pride like they did today.